Just give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me!
One eternity later.
Are we serious? So for those that are new, just to get us started, what exactly is Nexus, right?
For people that are just starting Nexus, I feel like it's a really open and beginner-friendly environment, and it really relies on PvP and just combat and just rivalry between each other in the game to grow and be a stronger opponent and be a stronger fighter yourself. Definitely climbing up the ranks as a net runner or an edge runner, or even if you want to go like or like just bio, like if you want to just use a weapon, it's really easy to climb up a ranks and just be an NC legend, you know.
So about that, actually, so we see a lot of like styles. I feel like on Roblox, are we planning to take this into a more permadeath or like criminality type game, if you know what
It's a mix between debooking and criminality, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Definitely, we will. I'm discussing with the co-owner right now about maybe adding a permadeath system or like like yeah, it's like it'll just wipe your levels because I know in Sneaks it showed that there is a level system inside the game. So there might be a like permadeath event that could wipe your level and stat points and everything, but I feel like it's more of like a criminality mixed with like a parry based type of combat.
All right, all right. Next question. Will there be any like gangs or guilds or like clans, anything of like of that sort of nature?
I can't dive too deep into this question, but I will say there will be factions in the game.
There will be factions.
Um,
All right.
yeah.
All right. My next question is more about the progression. Will it be like open world, like deep open? Will it be like will you follow like a more fixed path, like in some games? Or will it just mainly be like combat based and not mainly on progression?
Um, it's gonna be a mix between mainly based on combat and open world. Just trying to find that balance as of right now, like the just the perfect amount of each, you know, just make it a little, just have like a little variety of like how you want to progress in the game, you know.
Yeah. All right. So will it be like more grind heavy or a lot more like combat based, if you know what I mean?
Honestly, it could go either ways.
It could go either way. All right.
Um, 'Cause you could definitely you could gain experience and climb up the ranks by PvPing, or let's say you're not really that good at PvP, you could also just, you know, there's other methods of gaining levels and just climbing the ranks. So it's not gonna be, oh, you gotta combat or you gotta have good combat to get good at this game. No, like there's definitely gonna be a variety in how you can choose a level up and just gain your reputation and NC.
So off what you just said, there will be PVE because I haven't seen any in any sneaks.
Yes, there will be PvE. We'll be expecting very advanced NPCs to be fighting. It's not going to be like like some horrible like PC system like blocks where it's like you're.
No, I haven't really seen that in the sneaks yet. I don't think anyone has, or anyone's tested it. Is that something y'all are still like mainly working on right now?
As of right now, I can't dive too deep into that into that question, but we are definitely working on just everything in general. There's nothing specific that we're working.
So obviously the game is very inspired off of Edge Runners and Cyberpunk, but is there any big titles like that are separate from those two that you guys are drawing any like inspirations off of?
That one is a little tricky because definitely our main inspiration was Edge Runners and the game itself. But
Yeah.
I didn't, it just didn't sit right with me just copying the game itself because I want it to have its like own unique feel.
Yeah.
I definitely just added our own little touch of just personality and our own little additions here and there just so we're not copying the main game game and just making a Roblox version. Because if you're gonna do that, just like might as well buy the real game at that point, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. No, that makes sense. But after the game drops, can we be expecting like weekly updates? What will it be? Like what was the update plan for that?
Update wise, I feel like we would be updating pretty frequently. Not enough where the game dies quickly, but enough where it keeps the players entertained and just attracted to the game.
So more on like the plans for your games. Will the game be like monetized? Will it be paid access? What's the plan for that? Like, will there be game passes for cosmetics? You know.
Um, what doesn't sit right with me is a game where you gotta drop a lot of Robux or money to have stuff that looks good. So, as of right now, if the game does release here soon, there's going to be no paid access. It's going to be entirely free. Game Pass wise, there's probably not going to be any Game Passes, or what I know right now, probably not any. Um, any in-game currency will not be bought with Robux or IRL money. Um, and cosmetic wise will all be available to the public. We will not be having any game passes for any jackets or accessories.
All right. Actually, that's very respectable, and I commend y'all for that. Not a lot of people on Roblox are doing that these days, so thank you. But you have mentioned a release date sometime soon. Can we expect it this summer? Like, what is the plan for that? I know a lot of people want to hear about the release date, so.
Could definitely expect open testing here soon. I'm not gonna say the full game's gonna be released within maybe the first month, but there definitely will be open testing here soon. I'm just not gonna drop a date or give you a specific day or month.
All right, yeah, that's fair. But the game already looks pretty well made. How long have you and the dev team been working on it?
So, we originally started the idea probably late September, early October of Nexus, and it really has been an off and on project, just taking our own time with it because we never want to rush into our games and just have it be unfinished, you know. So we definitely took our time, you know, dividing our time equally between Nexus, our IRL life, and just personal life. So I feel like we definitely took our time with making the game, but just one step forward every day will just, you know, get us the motivation we need to drop the game and then just, you know, bring a better game to Roblox, you know.
So one thing we see a lot today is a lot of just cash grabs, which you already said it's not gonna be a cash grab, but like what type of style is this game? Like is it a passion project for y'all? Like do y'all really want this game to like be like super huge, or is it just like something for y'all to improve as devs?
And we really, me and the co-owner, his name is Donnie, we really just started developing Roblox games in general. It's just because we want to hone our skills and just get better at what we do. And I feel like Nexus is definitely a very big stepping stone for us because I feel like we started this project as a passion because we love the show Edge Runners. But it turned into, as of recently, it turned into a game that could potentially make it to the front page with enough hard work. So we're definitely shooting for the stars, but if we hit, if we decide to make the game huge, then we definitely could. But like, I feel like I don't want to have the game just because I want to make front page and make a lot of money. That's why we're not doing game passes. It's just more of a fun project, you know? Like, I'm not gonna abandon the game by any means, and definitely put a lot of hard work and time and effort into this game, so, it's definitely a passion project, to be honest.
So one question a lot of people probably do also have is for tester. I remember there was a giveaway that was happening. Wasn't really like bigly announced. Like who won it? Like was there anyone who actually got it? And like, will there be a way for people to get tester after this event too? Because I know a lot of people will be wanting it.
For the tester that was announced on June 5th, I already chose someone to become a tester, and they're going to be given their role here soon. But for new players that want to be a tester, I don't think there's gonna be much hope for them because we might open tester applications here soon. Because we really just don't want an unexperienced player to become a tester and then maybe leak something about a game that we really don't want to get out. So That's why we're still, in that buffer zone on or giveaways, or if we want to just do tester applications or open testing. So we're really just testing the waters right now and just seeing like what we would do. But if a new player wants to become a tester, they're gonna have to probably go through tester applications just to become one.
So for the gameplay, how complex do you think the PvP is, and how different do you think it is from like any other game you play on Roblox today that's like parry based? How like so basically what I'm trying to ask is like how long do you think it would take someone to like get the PvP down? You know?
Um, I feel like you get better as you go and the more you play the game, and that's a given. But I feel like maybe if I were to give you a time estimate on how long it would take someone to like actually understand the combat, I say at max like 10 minutes just of maybe just a little bit of PvP and PvE. Because the combat that we have isn't that hard to learn. It's all about memory and timing.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like most PvP games now definitely lack that authentic feel of like actually being in the fight. And I feel like our game really brings out that surreal feeling when fighting someone. So
Yeah.
it definitely will take a little bit to learn, but once you like do it the first time, you can do it again with ease.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard to PvP in our game. So that's why it's so PvP based.
Yeah. At the time of this interview, I've never played the game, so if y'all see me post anything, this is before I've actually played the game. So here's a question for me myself because I'm interested. Like, how does the slowdown stand Devastating even work? Like, because it looks kind of OP. I'm not gonna lie. So
I'm gonna say for that, there's gonna be different varieties and different what's the word I'm looking for? Different options, if that's really bad way to put it, but it's not there's gonna be different ways of how the stand devastation is gonna work. Um, one of the ways is it just slows everything down in a certain radius.
yeah,
So the person on the receiving end will be slowed down. And if you've ever played any other game with like a quote unquote time stop ability, and that's kind of what you're looking at for the certain type of stand deficit. But we plan to add different types that slow down differently or speed up differently. There's going to be different variety for cyberware.
yeah.
So you're not only going to be limited to just slowing time down.
So another question, like more like focused on the gameplay and the combat. How important do you think like something like map knowledge will be? Because I noticed there's a lot of corners, not a lot of open space. There's a lot of ledges you can go over, and it's just kind of looks like it's a complex map.
I'm gonna dive deeper on that. I feel like most games today definitely have more open map layouts, and I feel like they don't really know what they're doing because they're just having an like it's just an open base floor map. And so I feel like definitely adding that into the game that you require map knowledge to be good at PvP because definitely it will impact your PvP and how you do. So if you definitely know the map more than your opponent, I feel like you'll have the upper hand on your opponent because it is like you said a compact map. And there's so many spots that you have not seen in sneaks or in videos yet. And I feel like definitely just taking some time when the game does release, just exploring the map a little bit
Yeah.
because having a lot of map knowledge will definitely give you the upper hand on whoever you're fighting.
How about that? How big is the map as of now? I know y'all are still working on it. I see y'all in voice chat. Grinding, but compared to other Roblox games, how big do you think the map compares to them?
So definitely, I don't know the exact studs on the map, but I will say you could probably compare the size to maybe um actually I don't think there is a game you could compare the size to because it's not that big in diameter or width, but it definitely has depth and height into it.
Yeah,
So 99% of buildings you see have an indoors area, have roofs, have rooftops, rooms, everything. So you're not just like limited to staying on the floor. There's gonna be different layers that you can explore and definitely oh my lord. Definitely just just explore. So you're not there's no really other game on Roblox that you compare our map to because I feel like our map is just so unique.
All right. It's basically everything I wanted to cover, based on all the info we have on the game so far. Is there anything you want to give to the people that are like on the edge about Nexus or just excited about it? Like anything you want to tell them? Just get them even more excited. Yeah.
Um, one question that I do get asked a lot is how like it's there's so many like different varieties of question I get asked, but one is it going to be good? That's a common question I get asked. Is like, is it gonna be good? Will it be a good game? Like, is it like are the sneaks lies? Like, are we being like clickbaited right now? Like, does the game look trash? Does it feel trash? Like, I'm telling you, Nexus is top 10 games on Roblox in my opinion. Not just giving you a biased answer because I am the owner, because I definitely made this project as a passion. I feel like this is like one of the like top 10 games on Roblox feel wise.
Yeah, no,
And there's never gonna be a lack of quality. There's no cash grabbing. It's you're gonna be like really deep into the game once you start playing it.
yeah. One last question for you though, Lazzy. I'm shoot my shot like I'm Devin Booker here. Can I get Chester? Because I feel like I deserve it. I love your game. You know, definitely want to get some sneak peeks myself.
And honestly, sure.